My Sephora package just came in last night, so I thought I would share a haul video and show you what I picked up during the Sephora holiday savings event. It did take a little while to ship, I think partly because they were probably just really busy with the sale, but also because of something I ordered. It had to go like ground shipping, and normally it ships from a warehouse a lot closer to me, but for whatever reason, it took a little while. That is fine. I'm excited to try out the products. I didn't purchase too many new formulas, so there isn't really a ton of products for me to try for the first time. A lot of what I picked up were like repurchases, formulas I already love, that kind of thing. But I thought I would show you what made my final list, like after narrowing it down, the products I decided to spend my money on. Let's start with this. This might be a little bit of a boring purchase if you're not into this, or, if you're like me, you might be really excited about it too. It's from OleHenriksen. They came out with a new Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment just in time for the sale. This one is in Vanilla Bonbon. I wasn't sure if I was going to purchase this. To be honest, I have more than enough lip balms, but this is my favorite lip balm formula ever. And I typically do use the clear one they already have when I'm just like around the house, sitting at my computer editing. It's in the scent Citrus, or I think it's Citrus Sunshine. So it kind of has like an orangey scent to it, and it smells really good, but it's not my absolute favorite. I love a good vanilla scented lip balm, and this one smells really good. Like, it is vanilla scented, but it has like a sweeter scent to it than your typical vanilla, almost like a sweet cream vanilla. It doesn't have any colors, so it's probably not something I'll bring with me when I leave, because when I leave the house, I usually like one that has a hint of color. I've been wearing Cocoa Cream quite a bit. That one's really beautiful, especially during like the fall and the winter. I also like Strawberry. My favorite one ever in terms of the way it looks on the lips is Lingonberry Jam Glimmer. That's really beautiful, but I probably will keep this one like at my desk or upstairs by my bed. This formula makes such a difference. My lips were so dry. Like, I just got this in the mail last night. I applied it last night, and then this morning, like early this morning, and then I'm filming in the afternoon, so I put it on before I was filming. My lips are so smooth. They're like instantly hydrated. I was out of town. We were on a plane, so my skin is always so dry whenever I fly. My lips are so dry, and this product just like completely revitalizes them super quickly too. So I love this in all of the scents, all of the colors, but the Vanilla Bonbon one, of course, is great if you like vanilla scented lip products like me. I also picked up these lip products from Fenty. This is a holiday set. I was going back and forth between two different Fenty lip sets. Originally, I had both in my cart, and I was like, I'll just treat myself and get both. But I told myself I did not need both, so I really wanted to make myself choose. There's another set that has like a berry lip liner and then a really beautiful berry lip gloss. And I originally took this one out, and I was going to go with that one. And then honestly, I was like, I feel like I will probably wear this one more often, so I decided to go with this. This is their Chocolit Treatz set. So it comes with a mini gloss bomb in the shade, I think it's Hot Chocolate. Yeah. And then also one of their lip oils in cacao. So that's what I have on my lips today. It smells so good. It has like the perfect chocolatey scent. Underneath, I'm wearing two lip liners, ColourPop's BFF, like mainly that one, and then a little bit of BFF3 around like the edges to really define my lips. But I've tried their lip liners or their lip oils in the past, and they're nice. They're very lightweight, very glossy, super pretty. So it adds like a little bit of shine without being anything too thick or over the top. And then it does come with one of my favorite glosses of all time. I love this shade, and I did have it in my collection at like two different points in time, and both times it ended up expiring. Glad to have it back, and I'm glad to have a mini. A mini lip gloss is like the perfect amount for me personally, and this is a shade that I do love to wear during the winter time, especially just because it looks, I don't have it on today, but it's kind of similar to what I'm wearing. It just looks a little bit cooler on the lips. It's not, too warm. It's not too cool. It's just like a perfect chocolatey brown that goes with everything. So I'm glad I bought this one just because I think I'll get a lot more use out of it than the other kit. Although those shades were so beautiful, I'm like still kind of thinking about it. Maybe if it goes on sale when they do like their big clearance at the end of the year, I'll grab that one then. I was really excited about this set from Tower 28 because I was planning on repurchasing the MakeWaves mascara anyway. That's something I usually grab during the sale because it is my favorite mascara ever. And this set actually comes with two full-size mascaras. So you get the MakeWaves in black, or technically it's called Jet, and then you also get it in brown, which is called Drift. I forget the exact breakdown. I did talk about it in one of my Sephora holiday sets videos, but for $29, you get two full-size mascaras. So a really great deal, especially if you like having a blush black option and a brown option. If I had to choose, I'd probably just go with 2 of the black ones. But honestly, when I'm not doing a lot of makeup, like lately, I've just been wearing sunscreen, a very glowy sunscreen. I've been doing my brows, mascara, and lip balm, and that's it. Like on days where I want to skip my base makeup. And honestly, when I go for that type of look, I feel like a brown mascara is actually a lot more complimentary because it doesn't look so stark. Like if I'm not wearing a lot of makeup on my face, sometimes if I throw on black mascara, it does look a little bit harsh. So those are the days where I do love a brown mascara. So I'm glad I picked up this set. I also picked up this set from One Size. I'm so glad it was in stock because originally they launched it. It went out of stock before the sale and then they actually restocked it. And again, such a great value. So this is the Until Dawn Big and Bitty Waterproof Setting Spray set. So you essentially pay, I forget what, again, the exact breakdown was, but it was like you pay for the full-sized one and then get the mini for just a couple of dollars. And I like having a mini if I do go out of town just because this is pretty big and bulky, and this really fits perfectly inside my makeup bag. Such a good setting spray, my absolute favorite for locking my makeup into place all day. I used this yesterday. I'm down to like the last little bit in mine. It's not in front of me, but I did my makeup yesterday at like maybe 7:30 in the morning, and I wasn't wearing a ton of makeup, like super long wearing products, but I was like, I'll probably be out most of the day. So I used my setting spray, and then when I got home at 9:30 at night, so that was like what, 14 hours, my makeup still looked so good. Like very, very minimal fading, if any at all, honestly. I'm trying to think of the products I used. I know I used the Natasha Denona concealer in place of foundation, the Huda Beauty powder, and then I used like the LA Girl On Cloud 9 blush bronzer duo. And again, my makeup looked so good all day long. Like it truly did not move. And it's due to this product. So I don't think I could ever be without this. And again, I love that this is just like a good deal when it comes to value since I was planning on repurchasing the full-size setting spray anyway. I did pick up a couple of holiday gifts. I think I said in the beginning of the video, I wish I purchased a few more. Sometimes I'm like very on the ball, very organized before the holiday season, and I'll have like a full list, everyone on there, the products I want to purchase, especially when it comes to beauty products, because you can get some really great deals around the holidays. This year, I'm just so behind. I know it's only like the very beginning of November, but I feel like the holiday season, like November and December, are flying by already, and I'm not ready for it. So I bought this kit last year for myself. It's from Kosas, and then they came out with a new version this year. It's the Blushes Life Trio. This is such a great way to try out multiple shades from this line if you don't want to commit to one full-size blush. You get a good amount of blush within each one. Like even though they're minis, they're not super tiny, and because it is a baked formula, I feel like they'll last you longer than maybe like a mini cream or a mini liquid. So this comes with the shade Euphoria. I do have that one. It is described as a cool pinky mauve, and then you get 2 new set exclusive shades. So the lighter one is Dare. It's a warm peachy rose, and then the darker one is Spellbound. It's described as a cool soft burgundy. If you yourself are really into blush, I think this is a great set, but I also think it makes a great gift. This is such an easy formula to work with. So it just blends out really nicely. You can build it up. You can go in with a lighter, softer layer. So whether you're purchasing this for like a beginner, someone who doesn't wear a ton of makeup, or someone who has like a larger collection, I definitely think this is the perfect gift. It retails for $33. So because I got it on sale, it was under $30. And again, I feel like the value is really great when it comes to that kit. I did purchase the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm mini set to give as a gift. I actually picked up 2 of these. I have one person in mind, but every year I always wish that I grabbed another one because I feel like there are a lot of people in my life that would enjoy this set, and it usually sells out super quickly. This year it didn't sell out, and I don't know if it's partially because I feel like the Summer Fridays hype has died down a little bit. Like it's still a good lip balm. A lot of people love the brand, love the formula, but it's not quite as viral as it was maybe last year or the year before. I also wonder if this kit doesn't appeal to people as much because it has like a pink and then a little bit of a red toned one. This is clear, and then this one is like a very light, sheer nude. Last year it came with like a range of nudes, and I feel like overall that's maybe a little bit more appealing. So I wonder if that's why this is still in stock, or maybe they just stocked extra kits. Who knows the reason? I just knew that I didn't want it to sell out before I ended up grabbing it for the holidays because I always wish that I had like 1 or 2 of these to give as gifts. I feel like so many people love this formula. It's cute just to have a couple of minis. You can split it up, throw it in as an extra. I actually also purchased the little lip balm set from Glow Recipe. I personally like the Summer Fridays formula better. OleHenriksen is my absolute favorite, and I think I can't remember if they did a mini set this year. I don't think they did. I think they came out with like a full-sized trio and then maybe like a full-size vault. If they did they do a mini set? Now I have to check. I just checked. OleHenriksen does have a mini set, but you know, like I'm thinking specifically of like my nieces, some younger cousins, and typically they aren't as into OleHenriksen, even though that is my absolute favorite formula. I feel like they really like Summer Fridays, Glow Recipe as a whole. So I thought this might be a little bit more appealing. I probably should have grabbed another one because this is just such a great gift to either, again, give like to someone, give them the whole set, or to split it up and attach it to like a couple of things. Like if you get, you know, the younger kids love like the touchland hand sanitizers, little lip balms, like maybe a cute face mask, something like that. So I thought this would be perfect for a gift. I think this is the last holiday set I purchased. This one is for me. It's from Rhode. It's their glazed trio. So this has 3 different products inside. It has the glazing milk, which I am curious to try. I thought this was perfect because it came with a mini glazing milk. So I figured I would try out the mini version, see if I really think it's worth the money, and then eventually I can purchase the full-size version, or maybe I'll find that it's kind of similar to something else I already own in my collection. But I've been curious about this for a little while. And then it comes with 2 different lip products. So the Peptide Lip Tint in Jelly Bean. I am so curious to try this out. I feel like people love this product so much. I know in the past that these have been somewhat grainy for people, but I've read that they have fixed that issue. So I'm hoping I don't run into any issues with this. And then there's also a peptide lip treatment. This one's in strawberry glaze. I think the lip treatment is maybe a little bit more intense, a little thicker. The Jelly Bean one smells so good. So this is the lip tint in Jelly Bean. It does have, it's like a very light pink, or it has like pink and gold shimmer in it. I think it's going to look pretty natural on the lips. And then this is the treatment in strawberry glaze, which I think is completely clear. I'm just gonna put the Rhode right on top because my Fenty lip oil is kind of wearing off. And I've been curious if these, just how they compare to Summer Fridays, OleHenriksen. It looks very shiny. Okay, first impression of this product, it's very shiny. Like it definitely has a very glossy finish. It feels not like sticky, but maybe slightly thicker than Summer Fridays formula, maybe kind of between Summer Fridays and OleHenriksen. It smells really good. It has like a very sweet kind of candy-like scent. It does taste good because I got it on my tongue. Not that I'm, you know, going to sit here and taste it over and over, but you know how some lip products taste like plastic or they taste like cleaning supplies? That's like an automatic no for me. This smells good. It looks pretty. I'm definitely curious to keep wearing this. So I am wearing the lip tint in Jelly Bean. And then of course I'll test out the lip treatment in strawberry glaze and see what the difference is. But I have been curious about these products for a little while. Oh, I did pick up another Rhode product too. This is the other product I was curious to try from the brand. Everything else for me is just kind of like a take it or leave it at this point. Like it's not been on my wish list for a little while. I couldn't decide which blush to go with. And honestly, I thought I got a different one, but I guess I went with the shade Sleepy Girl. I asked you guys about this in my Sephora wishlist video, and a few people said they weren't into it, but the overwhelming majority said they loved it. This is a really pretty color. Okay, I'm glad I went with this one. I know I thought it through. Like I was sitting there going back and forth between like 3 different shades, and obviously this is the one I ended up with. It looks very beautiful. There's like a little bit of a sheen there. It blended in like 2 seconds. So I'm curious to actually wear it on the cheeks. This has a nice kind of soft, silky texture to it. So I'm excited to wear this on the cheeks. There were a couple of blushes kind of on my wish list, but honestly, blush is a category where I really need to cut back. So this is the one that I decided to purchase. And this is probably like the last blush I'll purchase for the foreseeable future because I need to make a dent in my own collection before I keep buying new formulas. I think the rest of the products are things that I ended up repurchasing that I would have paid full price for at some point over the next few weeks. So the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam Concealer is my favorite. Originally, I thought about trying the shade N2, and I actually thought that I purchased both of them, and then I was going through everything just now, and I'm like, oh, I only purchased one. So I don't know. I might end up purchasing N2 at some point, but I feel like N4 really is my perfect shade. It really matches my skin exactly. So N2 would be ideal if I wanted to go like a little bit brighter under the eyes, which some days I do, but do I really need 2 of them when I have other concealers in my collection? Probably not. So I still love using this in place of foundation, even though I have the foundation. They're just different formulas, different textures, and this product lasts so well on the skin. The foundation is also extremely long wearing, especially for such a lightweight serum-like texture. Like typically those textures just don't last as well on my skin, but this one wears very, very well. So originally I purchased the shade N4, but N4 actually ends up drying down darker than N4 in the concealer. So I decided to go a little bit lighter, and I figured, I don't know, this might either match me exactly. I have them both here, so I want to swatch them next to each other. It might match me exactly, or I could end up mixing them, creating a custom shade. It is an expensive foundation, so I wanted to make sure I liked it and like wore it enough to justify buying a new shade. So here's N4. N4 looks like it is my perfect shade match, but once it dries completely and it's on my skin for like, I don't know, not even a full hour, it ends up looking just slightly too dark. I can get away with it, but I really wanted like my perfect match for winter. And I feel like N2 will end up being that. Even though it looks slightly too light, I almost like the undertone of this one a little bit better. But honestly, mixed together, I feel like that, yeah, like it's literally blending right into my skin. Like I think mixed together is truly going to be the perfect combo for me. So obviously buying two shades is not ideal in any brand from Sephora. But when it's a formula I know I love so much and like something that I will continuously reach for, not quite on a daily basis, but I'm kind of getting to that point with that. I can justify adding that second shade to create like my truly perfect shade. I did repurchase the Huda Beauty AZ Bake Powder. I guess I have a little bit more than I initially thought I did just as I was looking through my makeup collection earlier today, but this is something I would probably end up repurchasing over like the next, like at some point in the next 2 or 3 months. So I might as well have it on hand because I really cannot be without this. Even though I have other powders I love, there are just days where like nothing will do it for me like this one. It truly locks my makeup into place perfectly. And even in the winter when I don't need like such a mattifying powder, I still find myself reaching for this, especially on long days because it smooths out my skin. My makeup will not move. And I really like how it looks paired with the Natasha Denona foundation. I did purchase a new Rare Beauty highlighter. This one's Exhilarate. So I go back and forth like between Exhilarate and Mesmerize. They're both my favorites. I do have Mesmerize on my cheeks today and then also like right in the inner corner. Mesmerize is like a pearly pinky tone. So pretty all over the eyes as eyeshadow, as a highlighter. Exhilarate is another one of my favorites on the cheeks and the eyes. I did break mine a few months ago and then I like held on to all of the broken pieces and then eventually used up what I had. So I did repurchase it. I know I've said before I go back and forth because they do shatter so easily. And normally I would not repurchase a product that shatters so easily, but it is truly just like the best highlighter formula I've ever tried. If I find something that's a little bit less breakable that I love as much, I probably won't repurchase these, but I haven't found anything I like as much because I use it on the eyelid as eyeshadow, as like an inner corner highlight on the cheeks. Like there's just nothing that looks this good, that feels this lightweight and airy and gives like that glass-like sheen. I forgot I ordered this product from Tower 28. It's the GoGo Cooling Shimmer Stick. This one's in the shade Avalon. Again, I was kind of going back and forth between a couple of shades. There was this really beautiful kind of cool toned, smoky, bronzy shadow that I think would be amazing for like a one and done smoky eye. But I thought I would wear this one a little bit more. Oh, this is more intense than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if I love this shade. Online, it looks much softer. I don't know. It's pretty. It's like maybe a little bit peachier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a pinky golden shade, and it is, but I don't know. I don't know if this one's going to be, it's so budge proof. Like I was trying to blend it out, but I let it dry for like a second and there's no way to like blend it out. I'm wearing a shade on my eyes today. I'm wearing the shade Chateau, but I do have a Morphe palette paired with it. So I took a little bit of like the lightest shade from the Morphe palette on top of the Tower 28 one. And then I just have like the kind of cool toned purpley shade in the crease. And that's all that I have on my eyes. The Tower 28 eyeshadows are not unreasonably expensive by any means, but there are drugstore alternatives. I talked about the Catrice shadows in a recent video. The only downside is Catrice only has 3 shades, but if there is like a Catrice shade that matches up with the Tower 28 line, like if you're like, I really want the purple one and the Catrice one looks similar enough to you, I would go with Catrice because it performs identically. e.l.f. came out with something similar, but I haven't tried it, so I can't say if that is like an identical dupe, but I have a feeling we're going to see more alternatives over like the next few months as other drugstore brands launch their new products for 2025. I didn't pick up any skincare products. I thought about it, but honestly, I have enough skincare right now. I'm kind of working my way through some open products. I made it a big goal of mine in 2025 to like work through my current skincare collection. And that is still my goal, especially over the next few months. And I've made a good dent in those. So No skincare products this time around. I did repurchase the Day Cactus Fruit 3-in-1 Styling Cream. This is something that I use very, very frequently whenever I'm doing like a slicked back bun. Although I feel like I'm starting to deal with a little bit of breakage. I was talking to my sisters yesterday and I was like, do I have new growth coming in or is it breakage? And they're like, more than likely it's breakage because I do slick my hair back into a tight bun pretty frequently these days. It's easy, it's quick. I honestly love having my hair out of my face. I know you wouldn't know that by watching my YouTube videos because I typically wear it down on camera. That's just because whenever I'm filming, that's usually like my hair washing styling day. But I do like to wear it up a lot as well. And I feel like I have to be careful. I do love this product though, because I find that it is very conditioning. So if I'm using this in my hair to slick it back and then I'm washing my hair the next day, this product actually helps to leave my hair feeling super soft, very hydrated. So I don't know, have any of you dealt with that? I didn't used to do my hair like that very often. I would wear my hair in a bun, but I would wear it in like a bun on the top of my head. So I would deal with breakage back here. I just feel like my hair breaks very easily. And I think I'm going to have to come up with some new hairstyles that are not as harsh during the winter time because I definitely don't want to deal with breakage since I've kind of been working on like fixing that issue. Like I was dealing with breakage back here, it's growing out, so I don't want to start dealing with breakage at the top of my head. I am using this product as well, which does make a difference with like those little kind of flyaways, or if you do deal with breakage in my case and you want to tame them. It's from Day. There are a couple of alternatives that I wanted to try from the drugstore. This is, you know, not a necessity. It's kind of expensive because it only comes with a small amount of product. It's the exact same product as this, but it comes with 0.6 fluid ounces, whereas this comes with 5 full fluid ounces. So I actually want to figure out if I can refill this. I just repurchased this. I have this, but I grabbed another one because I like to keep one in my purse and then I like to keep one at my house, or I would like to keep one at my house just because I only have one right now. This one is like a limited edition scent. It's Desert Peach. It doesn't smell that different than their original, but it definitely has a little bit more of a peachy scent. I think it smells really good. So I love this product. If you have a drugstore alternative or an affordable alternative, just like a good taming wand you like, please let me know because this is expensive. And after I use this one up, or the one I already have open, I'm actually going to take the product from here. I think one of you actually left a comment, now that I'm thinking about it, saying that you use, what is it, like a medicine dropper or like that kind of product to like suck it out of here and put it back in here, because repurchasing this over and over, like the value for this product compared to how much you get in here is just so much lower. So anyway, these are the only hair products I picked up. I think that's everything I wanted to share in today's video. Stay tuned because I will do some videos on the upcoming Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. Sephora usually has some great options, but so do all of like the individual brand websites. And I try to compile like a really big list to share in a video and then also in a Google Doc that I'll update in real time because there are some really great sales that happen. So even if you didn't shop the Sephora sale, but you still want to purchase something for yourself or some gifts for people in your life, there are some great options. Also, I'm planning on doing an affordable drugstore gift set gift guide video. That's something I'm working on as well as some additional drugstore content. So stay tuned for all of those videos. I would love to hear if there's anything you want to see on my channel over the next few weeks. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you soon with a new one. Bye.